What is going on, beautiful people? I am Lee Hammock, the diagnosed self-aware narcissist known as mental illness, and welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about how narcissists want to wear you down, how they want to exhaust you into giving in. Stay tuned for more. Like and subscribe. Thank you. So one of a narcissist's main techniques is exhaustion. And of course, if you're new here, I'm actually a diagnosed narcissist. A lot of narcissistic people want to exhaust you into compliance to get you to do whatever it is that they're looking for you to do. They will literally just wear you down over time, where you think it's easier to just avoid talking to them and avoid bringing things up, or to avoid, like, you rather just get into a relationship, get back into a relationship with them, than to have them stalking you and harassing you, popping up at your job, popping up at your house, driving by your house, hiding in the bushes and things like that. They beat you down to the point where you just like, well, it's easier to just have this person around because at least I know where they are. At least I know what they're going to do. At least I know what to expect. But in all actuality, y'all, there's no way to live. Compliance does not mean love. It's not equal to love. And a lot of narcissistic people think because you comply to them, you love them, and that they are always right. Hope this helps. Yeah, welcome back, beautiful people. So before we hop into today's episode, make sure to check out the self-love brand Impact Over Intent, because we know the impact is important. Intentions matter, but impact is more important. So you get it. But yeah. Narcissistic people, toxic people want to exhaust you, want to wear you down. That's one of the main techniques that a lot of narcissistic people use to, it's like, I think it could be kind of considered coercive control, just by exhausting you, popping up on you, wearing you down. And a lot of people give into it. And this is not me trying to blame people for giving in. This is me just trying to shine a light on it, because a lot of people do end up giving in to the narcissistic person, to their terroristic threats, to their stalking, to their popping up at their job and their home and things like that. Narcissistic people tend to do this all the time. I'm just telling, not all narcissists do this, y'all. Some of them will absolutely leave you alone and disappear and ghost you. But some of them, in order to get what they want, they exhaust you. Like, you just get tired of dealing with it. Like, this includes sleep deprivation, keeping you up at night. Like, they literally physically exhaust you, not just emotionally, mentally. They will literally physically exhaust you into giving in to their demands, into giving into what they're, whatever they're asking for, whatever they're looking for from you. They will do that, y'all. And that's why I tell people all the time, this is like part of the dynamic of dealing with a narcissistic person, that they're going to do this consistently because it works. And what I mean by exhausting you, like, you just get physically, mentally, emotionally drained, where sometimes you just like, you know what? It's easier to give into what you want than to deal with anything else, than to deal with the exhaustion, than to deal with the consistent phone calls, the harassing phone calls, the popping up the stalking and whatnot. Sometimes I know people are going to be like, well, Lee, if they're just stalking and harassing, why don't people just get restraining orders? Y'all, restraining orders aren't just granted willy-nilly. They are sometimes, but sometimes people don't have the evidence. People don't have the proof. You can't prove it. And sometimes, even if you can prove it, people don't listen to you. People don't believe it. You see what I'm saying? People are just not interested in being there and, in trying to deal with it in that circumstance. Like, the police, not people, police and the law enforcement and whatnot. They're not, they don't really listen to people all the time, That happens quite a bit as well. Like, law enforcement just doesn't listen to the victims and the survivors and whatnot of the harassment and the wearing you down. But in the mind of a narcissist during all this, they think that they're showing you love. You see what I'm saying? In the mind of a narcissistic person, they really think that they're showing you love by doing all of this stuff. They think they're showing you how much they care about you by doing all this stuff, by saying all this stuff, by, all these actions that they're taking moving forward. They think that they are showing you how much they love you, how much they care about you, but they're really just super obsessed with you, and they don't want to leave you alone, because one of the biggest fears of a lot of narcissists is that you'll move on to somebody else. Like, they think that you're going to move on to somebody else and replace them, and they can't, like, in our minds, we can't process that. Some of us can. We just think we better than everybody, but some can't process that. So they'll just keep wearing you down, y'all. Like this just doesn't happen in the relationship. This happens outside the relationship. This happens when you're trying to co-parent with a narcissist or a toxic person. This happens a lot of times, like I said, when you're trying to co-parent with them or you're trying to do something along those lines. This is consistently will keep happening because they feel like they own you. They are in control. They are in charge. Like you get tired of them showing up late or not showing up at all for pickups and drop-offs. You get tired of that. I'm just telling you. They want to make you think that, hey, look, it'll be easier if you just deal. It'll be easier for you if you just deal with me, and it'll be easier for you if you just give in to my demands. Sometimes they do this to get back in the relationship with you. You know, other times they do this exhaustion technique to get you to give into their demands. That's what happens sometimes, y'all. But like I said, you have to be prepared for it either way, because that narcissistic person, they're out to serve themselves. They're not out to serve you. That narcissistic person is literally out to serve themselves, and whatever they're looking to get from you, they're going to try to extract that from you by wearing you out, by getting you tired as hell, by doing things like that. And it's going to keep happening, y'all, until you put sometimes you have to force them to stop. I know I think I said it in a short video. Sometimes you have to absolutely force them to leave you alone, because if you don't, they're just going to keep hammering away at you until, other people see, until you give in. Sometimes they'll exhaust you into giving them another chance. That's what they want, y'all. They'll just keep popping up on you with roses and flowers. They'll rage out on you. They'll do all kinds of stuff, y'all, this is what we want you to say in your mind. We want you to just be like, okay, come back. Okay, I'll give you another chance. Okay, I forgive you for doing whatever you did to me. Okay, I'm just tired of dealing with it overall. Okay, so you give them another chance. You get the family back together. Whatever their like weird list of demands are, you give into it. You know, whatever they're looking to get from you, you give into it, because they just literally wear you down. And it sucks. And I tell people, it's going to suck. It's going to keep doing that. And that's the mindset of a lot of narcissistic people. They're just going to keep wearing you down over and over and over again until you give in and give up. That's what they like to do. It's kind of like the water, like a trail of water, like like eventually, not like trail. Like if you get a mountainside, right? You like imagine the side of a big hill, like it's made out of solid stone. There's a stream of water that hits it, and it just goes everywhere. It doesn't go through the rock. It just hits the rock. It just goes to the side, right? Eventually, if nothing gets in the way of that stream of water, it's going to break through that rock. It's going to exhaust that rock and create a pathway through it. The same thing works with narcissistic people. They're just going to keep exhausting you, hitting the side until you just give in, until they make a pathway through whatever they want, whatever they're looking for, y'all. By the way, y'all, you have to stay strong. You have to empower yourself to keep moving forward, because if you don't, I'm just telling you, that narcissistic person is going to ruin your life. This is part of the dynamic of dealing with a toxic narcissistic person, y'all. But anyway, y'all, like I said, my last day in Knoxville, finishing this project up. I'm super thankful for y'all. Like and subscribe for more. As always, Mental Illness is out. Peace. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video, y'all. I am truly eternally grateful for every single one of y'all that support the channel in any way, shape, or form. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that we can reach more people, to help more people. The self-love brand is available. I'm strong. I love me. It's a self-love brand. The self-love journal is available on Amazon as well to help you rebuild that self-love and identity, during the toxic relationship. Also, look into joining the channel memberships to get more behind the scenes perks and things like that, y'all. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you.